Hello farmers and welcome back to Elmcreek. We should be starting at the greenhouse now, right? 3 straight episodes. Starting off here at the greenhouse, I've seen some more numbers here on auto selling. It seems like it's 35% that you'll be losing if you put your greenhouse on auto selling. I think it's the same thing for all production buildings. You're paying a 35% transportation fee, so just be kind of careful on that. But yeah, we got our greenhouse back on storage. I went ahead and got ourselves our trailer. I've been stocking up some lettuce. May go ahead and sell that at some point too. Have to see what the prices are doing. But we are on the 1st of August. Yeah, 1st of August. And today our oats are ready for harvest. And we're going to harvest our oats. And I think we're going to sell them. And I think the best place to sell them today currently is at Goldcrest Valley. So we'll be doing where we put the grain in the silo. We'll be leasing the train for $1,000 and send it off to Goldcrest Valley. But before we get started on that, Epideth, the creator of the Pacific Northwest, got a hold of me in an email, and he made a water tank where the water is free. So it's the same look as the in-game water tank. If we go into, and you may be wondering, where do you get the water tanks? Oh, what's for sale today? I haven't checked yet. Nothing interesting of us, but let me stay focused here. You got to go into construction, and it's going to be under containers. Is it containers? Yeah, right here. So the in-game one is $3,000. His costs $1,000. And yeah, it says right there, free water tank. So if we come into our lovely little John Deere and we hit fill, you can see it's filling on up, and it's not costing us a penny for the water. I will leave the link in the description below where you can get this mod. He said he made the link public, so if you want yourself a free water tank, it's just $1,000 to place it on down and get yourself some free water. I'm going to leave that right there. But I will put the link in the description below. Thanks to Epideth for creating a free water tank mod. He's not sure if he's going to put it on the Giants mod hub. He feels like there's going to be plenty of them around. But you know what? I don't know how many mods have been coming out of the Giants mod hub. Not too much lately. I don't think they're testing mods as much because I think they're trying to fix some of the bugs that are in the game currently. But yeah, I'll leave the link in the description below for the free water tank. Now, the water tank's not free. It's $1,000. But the water you get from it is free. It comes in handy if you really, really need it. So, yeah, our little quest today is we got 2 oat fields that we need to harvest. Before we get to that, though, I want to jump on over to the Baba sheep just to see what's going on up there. Let's see here. And I did see a comment where somebody said, let's see, where can I go into? Let's go into the animal hut here, actually. That the black Welsh mountain sheep apparently are the ones that create more wool. I think they said Mr. Seeley P did kind of a test on it, and they found that the black Welsh mountain sheep create the most. Don't know, but that's what I heard. We got 10 liters of wool, apparently. I just noticed that in the hut, and there it is. Right there. Actually, it shows, yeah, 11 liters of wool. So we'll be bringing that, when we get enough, we'll be bringing that on down to the fabric, the spinnery to make fabric. And apparently I am going to have to place down the tailor shop. A lot of people said that Giants did say not all production facilities will be on every map. So there is that. Let's teleport back on down to our John Deere. That is full. Might as well, since we got a full water tank, might as well go top off the greenhouse. And then we'll drop off the water tank and put the grain trailer on the John Deere. And then we'll grab our John Deere harvester and header. And we're going to get starting bringing some cash. But you can see my cash is down below $600,000 because, yeah, we got a $3 million loan now. So I am paying interest fees every night of $12,000. Not the biggest interest fees I've ever had to pay, as we all know, but yeah, we got to start bringing in some cash here. And the oats we're just going to sell outright because I really don't have no other use for the oats currently. Right now I'm just going to go ahead and just get a little messy and place the water tanker here. Let's grab our grain trailer. Click on that. And we'll get set. Hopefully we get a good amount of oats to make it worth our while to send the grain off the Goldcrest Valley. Like I said, I did check, and that is the current high price. But we'll see. If it's close either way, we'll probably do it just so I can show you. I know we talked about how to do it. But like I said, I haven't done it quite myself yet. But we'll do it together and see how that actually works. It'll be nice to bring in some cash today. Definitely going to make some straw swaths as well. May not be able to pick up the straw today, but we'll get the harvest done. Definitely got to start bringing some more cash because we definitely need to expand the farm a little bit more. And I keep on hoping that the olive harvester is going to come up for sale at some point to save myself a whole bunch of cash. But, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. A second tractor would be very nice, but priorities come first. And the olive harvester definitely is one of them. Let's go ahead and enable the straw swath. Should be good to go. Don't know how the yield's going to be because we only got the fertilizer down from what we planted. Got to unfold the harvester first. And of course, as you can see, we got a good amount of weeds in there as well. I don't want to borrow more than $3 million because we're paying a high enough fees as it is already. So I definitely want to be careful of having to borrow more. And there we can see we got a good swath coming out the back. Well, I wouldn't say it's a good swath. It's a swath. Definitely a swath. And we'll make some straw bales. Probably keep the straw bales. I think it all depends on how much we get. I would like to start saving it for when we get some cows in. I would like to start doing cows next season. I'm trying to do everything that I can here in Elmcreek without, getting a big loan. But at some point, I may just go ahead and say the heck with it and go up to $5 million. Let's just start buying everything. That way we can start producing. As we know in previous series that I've done, when you start, doing a lot of animals and production buildings and such stuff like that, all the money that you spend early on is putting down all these buildings and stocking up piles of supplies, and you're not bringing any cash. But then you hit a tipping point to where the animals start bringing in cash for you. The production buildings are doing what they're doing. Next thing you know, you're bringing in money more than what you know what to do with. And I feel like that's going to happen here as well. But this series here isn't really about money-wise and everything. It's just trying everything out here in Farming Simulator 22. See what it actually has to offer. Is it worth it? And then when we get on to other series, then we'll figure out, like, do I want to do production buildings? I know a few people have said on the oil facility, it doesn't seem like the oil seems to be worth it because you're not really getting much out of it, if anything at all. I know some people are still saying, and I haven't tested it out, but everyone says, well, you probably need the oil for the bakery, but as far as I can see, we don't. But we'll have to wait and see at a certain point. I could go ahead and get, actually it wouldn't be the bakery, it would be the grain mill would be the next thing on the list. Grain mill would become before the bakery because I would have to bring wheat, barley, or sorghum to the grain mill to make flour. I'm not sure if we could bring oats there. I'm not too sure. How's the harvest going here? Actually, it's not doing too bad. Already up to 2,000 liters. The last episode, we also bought the Landini with the beautiful little herbicide/fertilizer sprayer for our olive trees. Oh, I should show you because I did check. You can actually see olives growing on the trees. I think the detail could probably be a little bit better on it, but maybe because the olives are in the small size. I'll show it to you when we go on down because we got an old field down there we got to take care of as well. But this field first. And in these two fields here, probably going to place down some wheat. I don't know if I can plant it today in this in-game day. It won't be this episode, but this we can plant definitely wheat and barley has to be planted in the fall. Late summer, early fall. If I'd known that, I would have planted it last year. But I said, we'll get through winter and plant it next season. And yeah, got kind of used to Farming Simulator 19 geos when you can plant wheat and barley and such. The baler is still up at the sheep pasture, so we'll have to go grab that to make some straw bales. Like I said, I'm not in a big rush to get it baled on up. Today we are just harvesting oats and selling it, trying to bring in some cash. I would love to be able to bring in at least $12,000 worth of grain, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think the current price was I don't think it was even 500, so I would have to get like 24,000 liters Actually, I probably have to get closer to 30,000 liters. By the time I pay the fee for the train and everything, 30,000 liters may bring me in like 12 to 14,000, which basically pays my interest fee. So that kind of hurts. We need these production buildings. We need the sheep to really start producing that wool so I can bring it on over and start making some fabric, and then send the fabric on to the tailor shop, which we don't have yet. I got to find a place to put that. And I'm very tempted to go ahead and just buy this field right over here, because we'll get all that grassland right over there, and I can put down some placeables there. Like in the future, we could put the cows there. But the tailor shop, I definitely got to find some place to put that. And I don't want to be taking up farmers' fields, because that's what's kind of bringing the cash. I don't know. Have I really sold anything yet? I'm trying to think. Have I sold anything? I mean, other than the lettuce selling directly out of the greenhouse, I don't think really we've sold anything. We've just been buying and storing, and that's about it. Yeah, so looking at the yield coming off this field here, I might get like, could I get like 12,000 liters off this field? I forgot what we got with sorghum last year. And I don't even remember how the field's condition was, but we do have some fertilizer down, so that should help out the yield a little bit. And I may have to start doing some contracts, but I can't do contracts like I did in 19, where you did some contracts and hire a worker to do it, and why you go do something else, because on hard economy, the one for how much did you pay for a worker, I'm gonna lose money. So all contracts I'll have to do myself. I'm not going to be doing harvesting contracts because of the issues. A lot of you are out there saying, yeah, don't do it, don't do it. Then a couple of people are out there saying they haven't had a problem whatsoever. So, yeah, I'm not too sure how that's all working out. But I suppose if you got weeds turned off, I know someone left a comment like maybe 5 episodes ago. They said, yeah, if there's no weeds in the field and the field is double fertilized, you can get enough grain for doing a contract and you have no problem. But if they got weeds in the field, you probably won't get enough grain to complete the contract. So if you got weeds turned off, that's going to be a big helper for you. Alright, so after 2 headlands, I got 6,000 liters. The other field is a lot smaller than this one here, so like I said, I'll be happy if we get enough to kind of cover the interest fee for today. Man, it's going to be a struggle for a little bit. $12,000 interest per day. That does seem higher. I could check the XML file to see what the interest rate is compared to what it was in 19. Because in the XML file, you can actually see what the interest rate is on your loan. Well, after 3 headlands, we're 93% full, so might as well come over here to our trailer and dump it on in. Perfect. Yeah, so getting 30,000 liters today may not happen, but, you know, it's something. It is something. Yeah, I'm still thinking about buying that plot of land over there. I could then cut the grass and make some grass bales, and maybe, I wonder how much it is to lease that wrapper while that's unloading here. How much is it for that wrapper? Baling, balers? Is that under balers? It could be. Or is this all balers? It's all balers. Let's go back. Bale loaders. Bale wrappers. So it's 54,000, but if I come in here, how much would it be to lease it? Yikes. Almost $3,000 to lease that thing. I probably have to sell... I don't know how much silage even goes for. How much does silage go for? Let's see. Silage. Where is the silage? And... that's not a really great price. So I would have to sell, let's see, we'll just say it sells for 200, so 5,000 liters would give me 1,000. So I have to sell 15,000 liters of silage just to pay for the leasing fee of the baling wrapper. Okay. Not too sure I'll be doing that anytime soon. Wowzers. I don't know. Leave a comment below. Can I use, because at the BGA there is a silage clamp there, do I have to own the property for me to use that? Well, I still have the same problem. Then I'll have to lease a loading wagon, because then I'll have to cut the grass, and then I have to transport the grass to the BGA if I can use it, even without owning it. And then I would have to get myself a bucket to load the silage into a bucket to bring it from the silage clamp on over to however you load it into the BGA. Okay, that may not be feasible for me to do currently, because I got to find a way to start bringing in the cash, because I'm doing nothing but spending it and not really bringing any cash in. The chickens are slowly making the eggs. Not a whole lot, but they're bringing in the eggs. So at some point we'll start selling them. I do have that lettuce I can sell, but let's face it, the greenhouse is not going to bring me a whole bunch of cash either. But it'll definitely, offset the bottom line a little bit. The main thing is going to be on the olives. Am I going to make enough money on the olives? I hope so. I'm hoping we make a good amount of cash, because it costs a lot to put those trees down. Now, from what I understand, the olive trees, once you place those down, they're there. They'll just regrow. The little bushes will grow olives every year. I don't think they're going to disappear on us when we harvest and have to replant them, because if I do, it definitely is not worth doing olives. So hopefully those are just one-time placeables. And once we get more than enough cash, I'll have a whole field of olives going over there. As a matter of fact, the field I'm going to harvest next, eventually I'll probably merge those two fields together and just have a whole bunch of olives over there. But once again, I'm going to do a double check here when we get done harvesting. I want to look at the prices of let's just say olives, because that's what we're going to be doing. If I sell the olives outright compared to what I get for olive oil, what's the price difference? Now, it's one of those things. I've already bought the oil mill, or whatever the heck it's called. I can't sell it, so I own it already. So it's not like I should just, if it's not worth it to go ahead and sell the factory, I can't, because I already bought it. It's kind of weird that Giants made it that way to where you can't sell it. So it looks like we're going to get about 16,000 liters of oats off this field, which is not too bad, I suppose. And now if the other field can produce 10,000 liters, I'd be very happy about that. We will have a field of sorghum to harvest pretty darn soon as well, and I think I'm probably going to sell all that crop as well. We hardly even touched the sorghum in the silo to feed the chickens from last season, so the chickens aren't going to go through that much in the season. While we're here, let's go ahead and empty out into our grain trailer. That way when I go on down and harvest that field, it should not be a problem to stuff it all in our John Deere here. Like I said, I would like to have a second tractor as well. I will look at what comes in. Definitely want a tractor similar to what we have as a John Deere, horsepower-wise. But, if the New Holland T8 comes up for sale, I'm telling you right now, that's going to be in our shed before they even get a chance to inspect it at the shop, because we'll go ahead and buy it. Oh, I did see, if you're looking for a cheap way to get a repair shop on your own farm, there is a mod. I know it's on the Giants website, but basically all you have to do is, if you download the mod, it's not a placeable or anything. You just have to walk up to a vehicle, and I do believe the default key is the N key, and it pops up the repair shop screen so you can repair, repaint, do everything you need to do right then and there. While this field is smaller than I thought it was. 10,000 liters off this field? Nope, not going to happen. Definitely not going to happen. That's why I say eventually, once we get enough cash, this field here, I'll merge it with that field over there, and we'll have a whole bunch of olive trees. And I did do a little bit of a test before I started recording today. I actually bought the farmland right there, just to make sure I couldn't demolish those buildings down there. Because if I could demolish the buildings down there, I would definitely buy the property, sell all those buildings, and then put down my own placeable sheds and whatnot. But unfortunately, we cannot. That's one thing I haven't understood with Giants recently on the last couple of editions. I definitely remember in 17, it's nice that they give you a starting area, or they put down a farm for you to purchase, but then they put down buildings that are not really usable. Kind of sucks. This takes up space. And space is very important to a farmer. We need to put down sheds and such to give us some area. Unless they are supposed to be sellable, and for some reason it's not working, but I went in there and I went to the building mode and tried to click on the building and try to click the demolish button. I didn't care if I even got money for it or not. If I could get rid of the buildings, that's fine. Just give me some space to put down some sheds. But we'll make our farmland work with what we have. That's why I think buying that farmland right over there, we'll get that one decent sized field, but that big area of grass. Now the grass would, like I said, come in handy. I can cut the grass and make grass bales, and just probably sell grass bales straight up. But definitely I'm looking for land space to put down a tailor shop. Like I said, hopefully next season. Probably have to borrow some more cash. We already got bored, it seems like. But definitely a good place to put down the cow pasture. Get the cows up and going, so they can start producing milk, and then we can start producing some milk and cheese. Not milk and cheese. Is it milk and cheese? I know it's cheese for one that production building makes. I can't remember now what it makes. I mean, it shouldn't have to make milk. That's what the cows are doing. The cows are making milk. Alright, so I'm lucky to get 2,000 liters off this field here. So, yeah, probably not going to make enough to offset the loan interest for one day. But it's something, right? At least show the banker that my farm is making a little bit of cash instead of me just spending it all the time. There we go. Let's let the straw just keep coming out the back till it's done. I'll drive right across these sunflowers because not our field. I wonder if it's worth it to do seeding contracts or not. I mean, we did one last season. So I may have to start doing some seeding contracts at least. Alright, so this is all of the oats that we got off our two fields. So now we're going to go ahead and just double check the pricing. And I will close up the combine here. I'm probably just going to leave it parked here because I think the first day of September is probably when the sorghum is going to be ready for harvest. All right, let's go back into here and scroll on. I better do this now before I forget about it. So olives are selling right now at $7.52 per 1,000. And if I find olive oil, well, it's 2,000. All right, so, but the question is, if I were to make olive oil, yeah, so you're using twice as many olives to make olive oil, so it better be twice the price. But like we just saw, olives, as the day is today, is not that bad. Where are they? Olives. Yeah, so if we double that price, so it's going to be like $1,500. It is worth it to make olive oil if you're going by the pricing today. Oh, we're in here because I was checking Oats. Cereal Factory, Goldcrest Valley. Now, the Cereal Factory is probably the better place to bring it. It's cheaper. They're not offering as well, but I am going to pay a $1,000 fee to lease the train. But I think I can... We'll do Goldcrest Valley. It doesn't matter. Like I said, this series isn't really trying to be a money pincher, trying to do the best we can. We're just trying to see here how everything operates. And I know, like I said a couple episodes ago, someone was asked how this was done. I explained it. But now we get to show it and see if it actually works out the way it should. Like I said, I haven't done it myself, so this will be the first time I've done it. So luckily for me, I wasn't planning on when I built the farm here. It seems to be I'm around everything I need to be around. So when I need to send stuff to Goldcrest Valley, we're right here. We are right here. Yeah, so we want to come into here. I don't know if there's a correct way to go in and out here, but we're going in this way. Now, hopefully, it shouldn't sell. It should just dump on in. Yeah, so you can see we're not making any money whatsoever. It's just going into storage. Is this going to work in here? Is that building tall enough? Yep, looks like we're fine. I don't know if you heard it when it was unloading, but you hear the trailer noises when it like reaches a peak. You hear like the little thumb dum, the added sounds of the ad. Do you like my sound effects? The thumb dum, yeah. So I don't remember those sound effects being there. And by the way, if you are looking for a lime, I think I pointed out a couple episodes ago as well. This is where I believe you can buy lime. So if you go on the map, it may even show it here. Yep, lime station. So this is where you come and buy some lime to spread in your fields, which we haven't got to yet because I'm waiting for a sale on a lime spreader. But, yep, nothing's come up yet. Now we're going to go drive this and just get it out of the way. Now what we need to do, let's bring up the HUD just to make sure. We're going to come over to here. And let's go ahead and do it. Do I get a prompt? Train is going to arrive soon. So just make sure you're at, if you want to go to this silo, you got to activate this one here. If you go to the other side, there's a train. There's a train station here. So if you want the train to show up here, you got to hit the activation mark there. But you got to make sure I do believe the grain's got to be in this place right here, and the same thing can be said for down here. Are you my train? Yep, there it goes. Okay, so we're in. All right, so now we got to select the second one back. Oh, got to start the engine. All right, can we back on up here? And it should be somewhere right here. Yep, start filling. And our grain should be in here. Oh, there it is. Oats. So we had 18,000 liters of oats. Fill it on up. And just like that, we are full. So now, let's see. Cover, start filling, start overloading. So now, do I just drive on through? Like I said, it's the first time I've actually done it, but this is the way I understand it. Oh, yeah, so I didn't have to go too far. The train will drive to Goldcrest Valley and return on the other side of the map. Do you want the train to sell the loaded goods in Goldcrest Valley? Yes, we do. So basically, if you also wanted to... Oh, it only cost me $25 to lease it, and I got $12,600. Okay, so I got enough cash to pay the interest fee, which is good. So it only charged me $25 for leasing because I only had it for a couple minutes. So the question there, I think what it's doing when it left, it said you want to sell the grain. You're probably thinking, why wouldn't you? I suppose if you had a lot of grain in this silo and you want to transport it over to the other side of the map, it could just drive through maybe, and you could have it stop here and unload into these silos. I guess that's what you could be doing. All right, so we're up over 600,000, which is great once again. Let's come on down here because I don't want to forget. I said I was going to show you the olive trees / bushes, so you can kind of see the olives growing on them. I first walked down and didn't see nothing again. I'm like, geez, we're in the month of August. I don't see no olives. They're going to be ready for harvest in 2 months. It may be hard to see them. So if I get one of the limbs up there, but you kind of see right where the circle are, you can see the olives right there. So there's a set of olives right there. So yeah, if we can get, how many rows did I put down? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. I don't know how well they're going to harvest. I have no idea. It'll be the first time I did it. My grass here is ready for harvest as well. So one more thing I may do today. Let's go see what the price is for the lettuce. Let us see how much the lettuce is going for. Where's the lettuce here? 11.52. I've seen up to 1,200, so we'll probably hold on to that until another day. Maybe the second day of August would be a good day to do that. I still need to go up and take care of all the grass bales up at the sheep farm, sheep pasture. But I'm kind of leaving them out to see. Actually, it's been a while. Let's jump up there to see if they decompose out in the weather. I don't think it's rained, though. So let's see if the bales have lost anything on being out in the conditions. No, they have not. The bales are not decomposing at all, being out in the elements. So I don't think that's a thing. I don't think that is a thing. So yeah, the sheep are slowly producing some wool. You got to realize they're young ones, so it's going to take a little bit. But actually, even today, we got a few liters here. Not too bad. Yep, and here's our lovely little shed that we put on down. I would hate to have to bring down I don't understand why I placed down a shed and rocks appeared in here. Do I really have to bring down my rock picker down here to get rid of the rocks? Yeah, and we still got this mess here. One thing I noticed, if you remember, we had a couple logs when I was cutting down the trees. They look kind of funky a little bit. And it looks like by restarting the game, I don't see any logs that have weird graphics looks to them. At all. At all. So, I also want to just remind you once again about the water tank. Can I not travel there? Can I not travel there? Let's jump into there. We'll leave the link in the description below. Hopefully I don't forget. Yeah, so it's $1,000 to place down, and the water is free after that. So if you're looking to get free water and you don't want to keep having to go to the river like we were, then yeah, that's your thing right there. Like I said, I will put a link in the description below, so you can go ahead and download it from there. I wonder how can I get this? Can I stack it 3 high myself? I can. There we go. Not too bad. How we doing here? Water, lettuce. Yeah, we're stacking it up. So 5 crates is 1,000, and I'm putting 6 on the bottom, so that's 1,200. That'd be 24, 36. So I have like almost 4,000 liters, 3 high. That'll bring in like $5,000, which is not too bad for something. I mean, this is a money maker over time. It's not going to be a great money maker for me. I think it would be different. Of course, we're in hard economy, so if you're in easy economy or normal economy, you're going to make much more money, so you get money back a little bit quicker. That's for darn sure. So our fields here, let me just check here. When can I start planting wheat and barley? I can do that in September. So probably beginning of the next episode, we'll take the second day of August. We'll bale up the straw that's in the field. And I don't know, is it worth even selling straw, honestly? Where is the straw? Grape juice and raisins. Yeah, yep. How much do clothes go for? I think we know where our moneymaker is going to be if the sheep produce enough wool. Cheese, that's the other thing I was thinking of. Cheese. The cows, yeah, we send it off to the dairy and they'll make butter and cheese. Straw, there's straw. Yep, straw is what you would normally think straw would go for. So maybe just fine if we bale it on up, store it up, and get ready for the cows. because I'm going to go big on the cows. I'm going to go with the biggest pasture and everything like that. Like I said, let's not worry about the money, but the money will be part of it as well. Anything we borrow will definitely go into our loan. So far I've used $3 million. And the $3 million paid for the property, the house, the buildings, everything that we're getting. Every penny is going into the loan. If some stuff would just come up for sale, that's great for us. But if it doesn't, then we'll figure it on out. I am thinking, though, next episode, I will think about this a little bit. If we go to lands here, buy field number 73 and get all this grassland. It's not cheap, though. It is $429,000, which means I would borrow more cash. But I got to find a place to put down the tailor shop. I don't really want to put up by our sheds. I'm going to need another shed here pretty soon. Or if I buy the property, I may start putting some sheds down here, along with the tailor shop. And, of course, in the future, cows. So this would be like our building area, if you will, I suppose. Be the best thing for it. So, might be borrowing more than $3 million. I know originally I said let's not go over 2. We're at 3. And probably next episode, it might be up to 4, which will be kind of scary because that means loan interest rate is going to go up. But anyways, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Elm Creek. But until then, have a good one.